There was a boy named JAX. He was a brave little boy who loved adventure. He lived with his mother in a small house near the riverbank. His mom bought the house after his dad passed away a year ago. He loved his new home, and above all, he found two best buddies, Sam and Timmy, who always accompanied him exploring every corner of the new neighborhood. One bright Saturday afternoon, JAX, Sam, and Timmy went hiking in the forest on the edge of their village. As they enjoyed their first stop, a thick fog rolled in, and they felt a strange chill in the air. JAX was anxious about it, but before he could react, he felt a sudden blow to his head. Suddenly, everything went pitch black. JAX opened his eyes and looked at the surrounding. He never expected to wake up in a big, cold, dimly lit basement. What happened to me? Where am I? He whispered. My head. He cried, touching the back of his head. There was a quite big bump there. Ouch, it hurts. He grimaced in pain. JAX tried to recall his memory, but the only thing he could remember was visiting the forest near his home with Sam and Timmy. Then he realized, Sam and Timmy weren't there. Oh my God. Timmy. Sam. Where are they? Why aren't they here too? JAX started to panic and moved his head around, trying to catch a glimpse of his best buddies. Then he heard faint grunts from familiar voices coming from the room near him. Sam. Timmy. Are you guys okay? He called. Yeah, we guess so, they replied. Thank God. Can you guys go out? JAX asked, concerned. I don't know yet. Let me look it up first. With stumbling steps, Sam approached the wooden door and touched its handle. The door opened slowly. Oh, we're lucky. It's not locked. Sam and Timmy felt so relieved. They went right the way to JAX, who was grateful to see them. Are you okay, JAX? They asked, worried. My head is a little bit dizzy. Every time I try to get up, I keep losing my balance. But I'll get over it. Don't worry, he responded in a calm voice. Do you guys remember what happened to us? He asked them. Of course, we do. Don't you? Sam asked. No, I don't. The bump on my head makes me difficult to remember, JAX explained. As we sat under the oak tree, a strange fog came out and I saw a green, tall, furry monster with big glowing eyes grab you. Timmy and I were so scared and tried to run away, but then another monster chased us. We screamed for help, but it got us too. And then they moved swiftly, carrying us deep into the forest to this old abandoned house, Sam said with a trembling voice. He was still shocked by what they had just experienced. Yes, and I still remember when they threw us into this basement and slammed the door shut. Timmy added. Listen guys, we need to find a way out of here in no time, JAX whispered. Yes, I agree with you, but it's nighttime now. How can we see in the dark? Sam said doubtfully. Timmy unzipped his backpack and took out his flashlight and said, See, I told you the flashlight would come in handy someday. They walked out of the room cautiously. After a while, Timmy spotted a small, narrow staircase leading upward. Look, a way out. Timmy whispered excitedly. Let's move quietly, JAX cautioned, his voice barely audible. They crept towards the stairs, careful not to make any noise that might alert the monsters. As they ascended, the stairs creaked ominously, but the boys pressed on. Reaching the top, they found a trapdoor. Sam pushed it open, revealing the night sky and the sounds of the forest. We're outside. JAX exclaimed softly. They climbed out, closing the trapdoor gently behind them. Now we just need to find our way back, Timmy said, shining the flashlight around. The fog was thicker now, making it hard to see, and a distant growl echoed through the trees. The boys knew they weren't alone. Suddenly, from the shadows, the green monster appeared, his towering forms blocking the moonlight. "Run!" Jax shouted, and the three of them sprinted into the forest. The monsters ran after them, their heavy footsteps thundering behind them. Sam led the way, zigzagging through the dense underbrush, with Timmy and Jax close on his heels. The monsters were relentless, crashing through the trees and gaining ground. "This way!" Timmy yelled, turning sharply toward a narrow path. The boys dashed down the trail, branches scratching their faces and roots threatening to trip them. Just as they thought they'd lost the monsters, an ear-splitting roar filled the air. The boys looked back to see the monsters closing in. Desperate, they spotted a fallen log ahead and scrambled over it, hoping it would slow their chasers. "Keep going," Jax urged, his lungs burning from the effort. The boys raced on, their hearts pounding in their ears. The path led them to a clearing, where they saw a glimmer of light. Finally, they were getting close to the edge of the forest. "We're almost there," Sam shouted, pushing himself harder. The monsters, slowed by the fallen log, roared in frustration but continued to chase the boys. With one final burst of speed, the boys burst out of the forest and into the open fields. They collapsed on the grass, gasping for breath, as the monsters halted at the tree line, their glowing eyes glaring from the shadows. "We made it," Jax panted, looking back at the dark forest. They had escaped the monsters and vowed never to return.